Hi everyone, how's it going? Hi there, my name is Ndanu from Nairobi, Kenya. I am a YouTube influencer, a teacher of God's word, and today I want to talk to you about vision. I want to talk about vision. My main topic is we're going to define what vision is, and then we're going to talk about the obstacles of vision, and then we'll do part 2 next time. So let's dive in. What is vision? Vision is a mental picture of your future. So vision is a mental picture. It's you having a picture mentally of the kind of future you aspire. It's the power of imagination. Vision begins in your mind, okay? Vision is a clear picture, a clear, compelling picture of the future you desire. I hope you're understanding. Vision is capturing an idea. You capture an idea, or you capture a picture of what can be in the future, and then to propel the present to begin to work towards it. Okay? So you capture a picture of what can be in the future, and then you capture an idea or a picture what can be in the future, and you begin to propel the present to begin to work towards it. For example, you say, maybe, let me just use the most simplest definition. You say, tomorrow I want to bake a cake. So what do? Or next week I want to bake a cake. And maybe you have never baked a cake, so you have an idea of baking a cake, then you work towards doing everything so that you can bake that cake next week. So if it means going to YouTube to learn how to bake a cake, if it means going to the grocery store to buy flour and sugar, if it means asking people, and then now, in other words, you are working towards the picture that you have. Okay? So that's vision. It starts with the mind. Vision is a well-defined, are you hearing the words I'm using? Well-defined and inspiring picture of the future. So a very well-defined, inspiring picture of the future. A well-defined, inspiring picture of the future. So maybe you want to be a makeup artist, for example. I'm just using common example. You want to be a makeup artist, so you have you have an idea of, you define being a makeup artist in the year 2025, in the year 2026. So you have this well-defined, inspiring picture of the future. What can the future be like? Okay, vision. I want to define this term vision so that we can fully understand what vision is. Vision can be defined as a mental image. It goes back to the mind. A mental image or perception of the future or a desired outcome. What do you desire to see in the future? So you have a picture right now in your mind and what you desire to see it in the future. A vision serves as a guiding light. It's a guiding light. It provides direction. So you have a vision. It's not yet articulated, but it's guiding you, okay? It's providing direction and purpose of every aspect of your life. A vision is a guiding force. It guides you. So you need to have a vision that it can guide you. It's a guiding force that shapes your goals. Woo! So it's a guiding force that shapes your goal, your actions, and your decisions, and helps you stay focused on what matters. It's a guiding force. So let me just use examples that come to my mind. You want to be this international singer, international worshiper, international artist. So this is what you want. That's the vision you have. You see yourself in the nations of the world singing to the nations of the world. So that's the first. It's a guiding light. So the first thing you need to ask, so this is the general idea I have. I want to be this artist. So what goals, what am I gonna do to become this artist? So you have the vision to be an artist, to be a worshiper to the nations of the world. Then maybe now it will shape your goal. So you'll be like, okay, I want to be an artist. What do? I go to the studio. Okay, first of all, I write a song. You write a song. That's one goal. Another goal is you go to the studio. That is a decision. That is a goal. Another goal is or decision you make is, or even actions you say, I need a mentor. You get a mentor. Okay, so that's so it guides you. A vision guides you to make goals, to make decisions, and to take actions, and they help you stay focused on what truly matters. Okay, so for example, if you want to be a singer, and that's exactly what you want to do, it will help you be focused. You won't be distracted by other things. So you'll be like, this is what I want. If something else comes and is trying to distract your attention from what you really want, you'll be able to say, this is not what I want, this is what I want. I don't want to be a dancer, I want to be a singer. Okay, you clearly know what you want. Okay, so it helps you make better decisions, take the actions that you need, and make goals that align to your vision. It's a guiding force, it's a guiding light. So you're not everywhere. Okay, you're not everywhere. When you apply vision to the future, you can create a mental picture that can be used to direct your actions. Again, a mental picture, I have to repeat that. A mental picture, a mental image, okay? Inspiring picture, well-defined picture. I'm seeing a compelling picture, a mental picture, compelling picture, well-defined picture. Okay. That a picture that can be used to direct your actions. This picture directs your action. It directs your action. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm sounding like a teacher, like a Sunday school teacher. I guess I'm really excited at what I'm teaching or what I'm learning. Vision serves as a guide and can be used to provide a sense of purpose. A vision describes what an individual or organization wants to achieve, and it gives a sense of purpose. It defines what you want to achieve. It describes, a vision describes what a person wants to achieve, and it gives a sense of purpose. A well-defined vision has the power to shape your future. So something else that comes forth is that a vision has the power to shape your future. Okay, a difference between vision and goal. Vision is the big picture, the outcome you want to achieve in your life. Let me say that. What's the difference between a goal and a vision? You need to really define what goals are and what a vision is. Vision is the big picture. It's a big picture, the outcome of what you want to achieve in life. It's a big picture, a general picture. What is a goal? A goal are the specific, measurable, actionable steps you take to realize your vision. Goals are short, they are measurable, vision is a broader. So once again, let me give an example. You want to become a makeup artist. So what do? That's the vision. I want to be a makeup artist. Now what do? I need goals. Goals are those short, measurable, achievable, time-bound things you can do to achieve that vision. So I want to be a makeup artist. What do? I go to YouTube, I begin learning about makeup artists, watching makeup artists. Another goal, that's a goal. Remember, the vision is to be a makeup artist. Another goal is I go to the makeup store, I buy products, I buy my mascara, I buy my lipstick, you know, I buy my spray, anything. I buy my lashes, okay? Another thing, I get a mentor, somebody who teaches me how to do, somebody who's well. I get advice, I seek advice. Another goal, I decide to go to school to study, okay? Another thing, I start advertising myself, telling people, you guys, I'm doing makeup. Another thing, I go to people, maybe I'm practicing how to become a makeup artist. That's a goal. So the vision is to be a makeup artist, but the goal is all these things that I am doing in order to achieve that vision. Are we getting it? Let me use another example. You want to be a preacher. You want to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. And this vision actually is what God, if you are a Christian, God commanded us to make disciples of all nations. So you've been called to teach God's word, to disciple people. What do? You give your you study your word. You study your word. You go to the Bible. You learn how to you learn about evangelism. You go to scriptures. You read the book of Acts. You research in the internet. How do you evangelize? You ask people, and then you go. You know, evangelism is not going to happen by happenstance. Discipleship is not going to happen by happenstance. You go and you approach people there, and you make relationships, and you teach God's word, and you know, those are actions that you take. So that's the difference between a vision and a goal. So goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. A vision is long term, and a vision is specific. A vision is long term, is broader, is broad and long term. Okay, now I want to talk about obstacles of vision. What is it that hinders vision? What is it that hinders vision? There's so many things that hinder vision. Please help bear with me as I look for my notes. Things that hinder vision. There are several things that hinder vision. Oh, yeah, so many things that hinder vision. I don't seem to find my notes. Things that hinder vision, things that hinder vision, things that hinder vision. There are so many things that can hinder vision. So many things, obstacles that hinder vision. Sorry if I took so much time. But there are things that hinder vision. There are things that can derail you. There are things that can make you even stop fulfilling your vision. And we all have a God-given vision. When you're here on earth, there's a reason you were created. You're not here by happenstance, by chance. When God creates something, there's a purpose. He created it. And even when we have a vision, there are things that can derail, sabotage, stop that vision. And so today I just want to let you know about these things, that you can work towards them. And if by any chance you have stopped working on your vision, by any chance you have given up, that you will arise and wake up and implement that vision. Because you see these pulse here? You see this pulse? This is purpose. As long as there's a pulse in your body, purpose is crying out. There's a reason why you're still here. There's a reason why you're still here. And so that's purpose. And we know of people who tried and failed, but they rose up again and tried and they succeeded. So I'm here just to encourage you, if you've given up on your vision because of the obstacles that you faced, I'm here to encourage you to rise up again, and I'm here to alert you of obstacles or things that hinder your God-given vision. So number one, obstacle. This was a aha moment for me, because I resonate with this. Not understanding the nature of vision, not having clarity of what you need to be doing. Wow, unclear, a poorly defined mission statement. Man, this was just eye-opening for me, because it means that you can, if you don't have a clear vision, if you don't know what you need to do, if you don't understand what you need to be doing, it means you won't achieve anything, because you don't even have a vision. Your vision is not clear. You're not clear of what you want to do. You won't even be able to set goals, because your vision is not clear. You really need to understand your vision very clearly, so that you can be able to take actions, decisions that support your vision. Number two, fear. Fear is an obstacle to vision. If probably you failed in the past, you'd be afraid of trying again. But fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of trying out, fear has killed many visions. So if you're fearful, you'll be like, why even try? Why should I even try? Maybe if I try, I'm gonna fail. Fear will cause you to, is an obstacle to your vision. Complacency, laziness, complacency, passiveness. The Bible says without faith without works is dead. So you might have a vision and you know it, but if you're not working towards it, it's not gonna happen by just sitting down. Complacency, if you don't wake up and do something about your vision, then hey, if you're not motivated to go for your vision, nothing is gonna happen. Faith without works is dead. You have to be motivated. So the complacency is the obstacle to vision. Distractions. Things will come to distract you. People will come to distract you. I'm reminded of the story of Nehemiah. When Nehemiah was in the Bible, when Nehemiah was called to rebuild the broken walls, and when they were halfway of building the walls, guess what? Sanballat, Tobiah, the spirit of opposition, came to distract them from building the wall. But Nehemiah was so focused, he did not allow distractions to distract him from his vision. So when you have a vision, and a vision can range from anything, a career vision, whatever, a church vision, a personal development, recreation vision, marriage vision, financial vision, business vision, you name it, family vision, there's something that is gonna come and try to distract you, many distractions. And therefore you need to understand there are things that come to try to stop you from that are competing for your focus. That can stop your vision. Okay, so you need to be very careful and alert so that you won't be distracted. Okay, we have negative mindset. An attitude of I can't, I tried, I failed, you know. And even if you fail, it doesn't mean next time you fail. Okay, but a negative mindset, negative self-talk, limiting beliefs prevent individuals from taking action. Self-doubt, negative self-talk, self-doubt, negative self-talk hinders progress and makes it difficult to pursue vision. So negativity, negative self-talk, doubt, yes, procrastination, delay important task and decision will cause you not to fulfill vision. Resistance to change. some of us, or most of us, we like being in our comfort zone. We don't want to change. We want to be in the same situation. Comfortable with the status quo can create, barriers. So when you want to, and maybe even if it's a shared vision, when people are so comfortable, they are resisting change. This can lead to obstacles in fulfilling vision. Okay, it can cause unnecessary conflict, derailment. Yes. Unhealthy culture. Whoa, toxic environment can cause you not to fulfill your vision. Toxic work environment, infighting, gossip can undermine team cohesion. Where you go in an environment where there's a lot of gossip, where there's a lot of infighting, where there's a lot of toxic work environment, lack of cohesion, it can make it difficult to achieve vision. Okay? Ridicule and discouragement. Let me tell you something. I've had people say that at the top there, it's a very lonely journey. At the top there, it can be lonely because sometimes people will discourage you, you'll be ridiculed. And this is something that's even in the Bible, Like I said, when Nehemiah went to rebuild the broken walls, guess what? Tobiah and the Tobiah spirit, the Sanballat, they ridiculed the Jewish. They ridiculed as they were rebuilding the broken walls. People might ridicule you, give you negative, I didn't say positive criticism, but negative criticism from others can be disheartening and lead you to abandon your vision. There are many people who have abandoned their vision because they were negatively criticized. Not everybody, let me just say, not everybody is going to be happy with your vision. Every time you have a vision, you're going to attract two kinds of people. You're going to attract your destiny helpers, people who are called to support you. But also you're going to attract destiny killers, people who are going to try to stop you. And so if you're not perseverant, if you're not aware of this, if you're not aware that you have to contend for your vision, you will give up. You'll be disheartened when you get negative and when you're ridiculed. Okay? All right. Obstacles. Lack of feedback. So the first one was negative feedback. Now this is lack of feedback. When you don't get feedback, also it can be an obstacle to fulfilling your vision. Not receiving constructive feedback on progress can hinder learning improvement. So if you don't get progress on how you're doing, that is positive feedback. It can hinder your learning and improvement. Yes, a lack of vitality and energy, lack of motivation. Oftentimes you might have, when you've given up, move on some level on moving towards what we want, instead of pursuing actively what is important, we may passively wait for things to happen. Lack of energy, lack of motivation, lack of vitality is also an obstacle to achieving vision. There are many things that are obstacles. There's so many things that can hinder you from fulfilling your vision. So many things that can hinder you. There is tiredness. When you're fatigued, when you've been doing something and you're fatigued, it can cause you to give up on a vision. And therefore it is always good to recuperate. It's always good to take seasons of solitude, seasons of prayer, be in an environment where you're being charged, being encouraged. Don't just go and go and go and go, but have a time where you have mentors, you have people who encourage you, people who pray with you, so that you can refuel and be able to fulfill your vision. So fatigue can cause you not to fulfill your vision. Lack of support. When you don't have people who are supporting you, people who are encouraging you, mentors, you need such people. When you don't have such people, friends, family, mentors, when you don't have such people, you may end up sometimes giving up. So you need support in fulfilling vision. Okay, I'm trying to look for my notes. I think they're all over the place. Here they are. Comparing yourself with others. So you start focusing on other people instead of focusing on your own vision. This can hinder your vision. Okay, feeling inadequate, it can kill your motivation and confidence. I think I've talked about most of them. So impatience is also, when you're too impatient, you want quick results, that can also hinder your vision. Perfectionism, the desire for everything to be perfect before taking action, can lead to paralysis and missed opportunities. You know, when you want everything to be perfect. Yeah, so not counting the cost, not undercounting the cost, not knowing the cost, and not counting the cost of this particular vision, underestimating the difficulty, can lead to discouragement and somebody abandoning their vision. So, well, I thank you so much, guys. I know I've talked so many things, but I pray that you will listen, and out of this vision, you will be, out of this video, you'll be encouraged to pursue your vision and to let go of the things that hinder you, whether it's fear of accomplishing your vision, whether it's lack of clarity, but now you'll be more clear of what you want to achieve, whether it's lack of support, you'll make sure you have the right mentors, friends, people who need to support you, you know. Whether it's distraction, you let go of the distractions, you'll be focused. Whether it's toxic environments, you let go of very wrong environments that try to kill your emotional stamina to fulfill that vision. Whether it's, you will just work on those things that hinder vision, and you will go for your vision, you will get your goals, you will have a clear mental picture of what you want. You will not live by chance or by happenstance, you will live by vision. You will ask God to give you vision, and yeah, you will have a vision for your life, and you will go towards it. You will pray for your vision. Sometimes people say, what do I pray? Sometimes all you need to pray is your vision. And so thank you so much for watching this video. The next video I'm gonna do, I will talk about the principles of vision and how to get a vision, so, and the importance of a vision. So check out for the next vision, for the next video. Yours truly, drum rolls, Danu. Love you all. Bye, my viewers.